Hey, yo.
Whoa.
Whoa. Wheel sound.
Wheel sound.
Podcast. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going today? Now I know what you're thinking.
Cynjyn got a lot whiter and a lot taller.
Precisely. And a lot blonder, I must say.
A little blonder.
Yeah.
You know, I think the hair under... For those who don't know already, I'm not Cynjyn. For our audio listeners, we love you. Well, they love you. I am one of you.
So who are you? Introduce yourself.
I'm Hayden Fox.
Woo!
You can find me on Twitch at Fox. It's spelled super dumb. It's FAUXKZ. I could not get it shorter. Whoever owns FUX, I hate you. But I'm Cynjyn's girlfriend. You've already had me on the podcast.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, girlfriend.
Wow.
Obviously.
Yeah.
No, I meant to say
Honestly.
boyfriend.
I don't
Look,
know.
it's 2022.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a fair point. My hair's getting there. My hair's about as long as hers.
Well, Fox has so graciously offered to step in today for Cynjyn. Cynjyn's doing great. She's just busy. She's doing fine.
Yeah, I definitely didn't lock her in her house so I could take the spotlight, you know?
No. And I love Cynjyn. I'm going on the record because I know Cynjyn's going to watch this. She's going to post it and be like, Gus replaced me. And I'm going to be like, no, that was not what happened.
No,
We talked about it.
I am the replacement. I'm saying that.
Well, then that's your
I'm
problem with her,
staying.
not mine. But I'm Gus. I didn't even say my name. Ugh, gosh. It's okay. Really great start. And this is a really good podcast.
It is indeed.
And it's a really good Wednesday. Lots of stuff going on today. What happened in your day today, Fox?
I mean, we both had pretty similar days. I was just at one place longer than you were.
You're not wrong. Fox and I work at the same coffee shop, so it's a great time. Grand old time.
He got me hired at my last one. We both left that one. I left because of a strike, but Gus just left.
I just
'Cause he's
left
cool.
because I wanted to.
But then I just followed him to this one. And now I'm there more than he is.
Yeah,
It doesn't
a
make
lot
sense.
more than I am, but I think it makes sense because I don't like working. But that's just me.
I think that kind of leads into one of the topics on the wheel. So we can start kind of
Oh yeah,
naming
let's
off the
do it.
topics.
Today's wheel is right in front of you.
Yes, it's spinning, so it's easier
Yeah,
to
so
read.
it's a lot easier to read. Go for it. Okay, so we have coffee break.
That's really just going to be us talking about coffee stories. I have a lot of them because
Yeah.
a lot of people decided to have bad days in front of me. And I got to have a bad day with them. So
Next, we have Willie Smith.
I think
If you are unaware,
I think we can name this topic with just this sound.
oh,
Just one of those.
yeah, I think that says it. If you don't know what happened with Will Smith, look it up.
You're going to if we land on
It's a
it.
hot take. Next up, we have Dream Guest as on topic of Fox being here and being a dream host. Is this Fox's first time in the studio?
Which is weird that it's replacing Cynjyn and not with Cynjyn.
and not with Cynjyn.
But she just doesn't want to be on a podcast with me. It's okay.
Both Fox's brothers. Both Fox's brothers have been on the podcast. Go look at their episodes. But Fox was on one of our very first podcasts.
I was the first, actually.
Yes, you are our very first guest.
Come on,
good
get
for
right.
you. I know. I'm really slow today. But back when we were in our humble beginnings, and it was just Cynjyn and I sitting on a bed with two microphones. So
They were wrapped in a sock. The mic was
they
covered
were.
in a sock.
I wrapped them in a sock. Speaking of which, I have a great story about socks. We'll get back to the wheel. So today, I was rushing out my door. And I'm normally someone who takes their time, is like, okay, put together, let's do this, which isn't very true, but it's fine. So I run out my door and I'm halfway to school and I realize that I did not put on socks.
Oh, how dare you? That's gross.
Which would have been fine if I was wearing a shoe that calls for not wearing socks, but I was wearing fur-lined Crocs.
Those call
And
for
so-
socks? I thought the fur were... I thought the fur was the socks.
Practically, but I don't know. I felt like a menace. And I was like, not only am I wearing Crocs that don't match with my entire black and white outfit, But now I'm not wearing socks. So that was a really great moment in my life today.
I didn't know your feet were stinky after you took those.
Oh, yeah.
Crocs off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
better.
that's why you
keep
need
your-
the socks.
Well, the
Keep
thing
your
is,
shoes
the
on.
thing is that I never went home, and so I went to Marshall's. Thanks, Marshall's, not sponsored. And I bought socks because I went from school to Marshall's to here.
So you have socks on now?
I sure do.
Good.
Yes, I do in fact have socks on. They're right there. Thank you. And
I've got socks on. They're Fox socks.
those are cute.
Yeah. Keep it
Wow.
on brand.
Mm-hmm. Guess how much I spent at Marshall's though, is what I wanted to get to.
A real good amount.
Yeah, you could say that. Not the not the Will Smith. No, seriously though, take a guess. I went for just socks. I'll say
Just
that
socks.
much.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say $15.
Okay.
5T.
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 I spent $180. All right, so
Holy-
next
Wait,
on the
wait,
wheel,
wait.
influencer. I hardly know her.
Oh, wait. Oh, well, okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, sorry.
You got a bit discombobulated after that number.
I know. I went for socks, and they had discount Golden Knights jerseys, which were really, really good looking.
They
And
were
so,
not that discounted.
Well, I got 3 of them, so
Oh, okay.
that's okay. And then I got 2 pairs of shorts and a shirt. All right, so
To the next topic.
Mandella Effects.
Wait,
Just-
what?
Oh,
Just
Did
Mandela
you spin?
effects.
I don't know.
Oh, no,
did
no,
I?
no. Wait,
No.
no. Wait,
Are
did
you
we
sure?
already
Maybe it's a
explain Mandela effect?
Maybe it's a Mandela effect.
Oh, whoa. Well, I just got thrown off. And then finally, we have Would You Rather, which literally we just have a book. It's tiny. It's about the size of my hand. And it just
There
says,
it is.
Would You Rather in a
Yes.
weird blue.
Shout out to
No,
Who are
no
they?
shout outs. No
Oh,
shout outs.
okay.
You haven't paid us yet.
We've
You don't
shout-
get,
we've-
we don't get to say your name.
we've shouted them out before.
I'm not shouting
Go to our past podcast.
I thought you guys were going to the topic Mandela effects. So I was very concerned. I was like, what?
I didn't get the spin sound.
I was like ready to do the Zoom and all the things. I was very confused. Okay, we're all
Alrighty.
here now.
I'll
Do
hold
you-
it if you spin it.
Okay. Wow. That was
Wow.
what a gentleman.
There-
I was literally gonna be
I'm
like,
gonna drop it
you're a
if you-
guest today. I mean, yeah, I do want to do the fast spin. So let's see if
Okay.
you can. We got it. We got it. We got it. Look at this teamwork. Woo! First spin of the day, baby. What are we gonna get? Oh God.
wow.
Okay.
Wow, we got it.
What's been?
What spin? Mandela effects? What are those?
I'm
Not sure.
I don't know where to put this. I'm just gonna keep it
I have
right
that
here.
problem every time that I'm on this podcast.
Okay, so a Mandela effect for those who are playing at home is when you remember something sounding like something else or being something else when it's not actually. Like Luke, I am your father. Or no, I am your father. It is no, I am your father. That is a Mandela effect that can just be.
Is it
straight
actually?
proven. Yes.
I don't think that that's true.
Darth Vader literally says, Luke, no, I am your father.
Oh, but he does say Luke.
He said, yeah, and that's. I think that's why
Okay.
everyone. Gets
I think that's why everyone's like.
confused. Or like Berenstein Bears, or
Oh,
what's
yeah,
the other one?
Bernstein Bears.
Bernstein Bears.
The Bernstein Bears.
They're bears. Of course, they're named Berenstein Bears.
Let's see. I had looked up some list of Mandela effects beforehand. So let's just hop right into it. Let's see here. This one it looks like it's gonna be more like theory based, but let's see.
For audio listeners at home, Gus is just looking on his phone.
No, I clearly have handwritten notes that I researched very well before I came into the podcast today. Let's see. Okay. Let's do it, folks. This is basically just kind of like a list of different pictures and things, and so I'm just going to describe them. So first up, we have, okay, this one really gets me. So is it Jif or Jiffy peanut butter?
Well, it's Jiffy Lube is the car thing, so I'm gonna say it's Jif.
It is Jif.
Heyo.
Congrats. Like a ding, ding, ding.
Just
Ding,
like
ding,
the
ding.
wrong way to say GIF. It is. It's wrong.
Is it GIF?
It's well, I don't know. It's a G, so it should be GIF. But I think the person was like, "No, it is GIF."
Well,
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's GIF because when I was giving a presentation in public speaking, you can tell I'm really good with my stuttering. So I was giving a presentation in public speaking, and we had to do a presentation on GIFs.
Did you get docked down for saying GIF?
No, but he made us start over because I said, and we're going to talk about GIFs. And he was like, that's not what it is. And then
Whoever that professor is too bored.
oh, he was great. I loved him. Shout out to you, Professor Rhodes. But he was amazing. I thought it was super funny. Anyways, he was so he made us start over to say it as GIF, and then he said, "Wait, you should say your name as Jus." And yeah, ever since then, my life's been changed. So thanks, Professor.
It is GIF.
It's GIF.
The creator's wrong.
Screw you, Professor. You know what?
No,
I'm done.
So the creator says is that it's GIF.
Okay.
But it literally stands for graphics.
It's graphic.
Yeah.
Wait.
The first word is graphic.
It's graphic.
First word is graphic, and he's like, "Graphic."
Yeah.
No.
Giraffic, a really tall image.
Yeah. It really angers me because what the precedent that's being set by this.
Exactly. Are G's just J's now? What's the difference?
Anyways,
What's
go
the
ahead.
difference?
Where's the line draw?
Okay, this one I saw and I couldn't believe it all. Well, I always say it, Fabrezi, but Febreze.
Febreze?
Yeah. Is it spelled with one E or two?
Where's like Febreze?
Febreze. Febreze.
Febreze?
Have you ever heard the name Fabrizio?
Fabrizio? Yeah.
Great name.
Owen used to play soccer with a kid.
No
named that.
way.
Yeah, and he works at somewhere we've run into him. He works at Panda now.
Wow.
And every time Cynjyn's like,
good for you,
I want to go get Panda, he is right at that window.
Wow.
And he does not recognize any of us.
Oh, well, that's great.
Which is good.
If you're watching Fabrizio,
For some
thanks.
reason. Thanks. I'm going to say two. I'm going to say it's two E's.
No. It's just one.
Wait, where is this E you're talking? Like in the breeze part or the free?
In the breeze part.
It's like a Febreze?
Febreze. Yeah, it's spelled like Febreze. Febreze.
You're joking.
No, I
Why
wish I
is it
was.
Febreze?
I don't
Febreze.
know. Febreze.
People need to learn how to spell. If we're gonna have this language that just doesn't make sense, well, they gotta learn how to spell.
I think what really throws me off is the people who make these images, and obviously I'm not prepared enough to send in images to like throw them up on a screen or anything, but you can all look them up yourselves. I like how people make the actual edited images next to it that people think what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, if that never existed, technically speaking, then how do you know what I'm thinking of when I see this logo and that you're telling me it's wrong?
Wow, it's almost like people go through the same experiences.
I don't believe that at all. Kit Kat.
Is there a
hyphen,
hyphen?
or is there not?
There is.
No, there's not.
There's not?
No.
I thought I was really on something. I was like, Kit Kat with no hyphen makes sense. So therefore there is a hyphen. I tried to reverse psychology it.
Reverse psychology it.
And it not having a brain beat me out.
Oh, I was going to ask you this one, but it might be unfair.
What are the colors?
Yes.
For those who don't know me, I'm pretty colorblind. Not like black and white colorblind, but I mix up reds, greens, some blues, purples, which is funny because purple's my favorite color. And I know exact which shade because it's the shade of purple I can see. It's lilac.
So what's happening around this room for you right now?
It is going from a green to a blue to a magenta to a green again to a teal to a purple.
Are you watching that one?
I'm watching that one.
Oh.
If you were to have me name those colors right there.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so this is like a light blue, like a peach, like pinkish color.
Yeah.
Orange.
Yeah, that's orange.
Yellow,
that's right. Yeah.
Green. Green. Blue. And then Cynjyn's shirt just looks like orange, green, and blue.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not like I see like a dog or like what dogs apparently see. I'm not going like that red is so gray.
You only got one of them like pretty wrong.
Yeah.
Which one?
Is
it this one?
That one's purple,
one's
this
purple?
one is green, or that one's like teal.
Okay, that just looks like a light green.
But teal is kind of a green blue.
Yeah, green blue.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm hearing is Fox isn't as wrong as Gus wants me to be.
Well, the question on here,
gaslighting as
the
its
question
finest.
on here was chartreuse. Is it?
What is that?
Do you know what chartreuse is?
Is it like a yellow?
No.
Then I have.
Do you know?
zero
Do you
clue.
know that that's the actual color chartreuse?
No.
What?
It sounds like
What do
it's
you
going to be one of
mean?
those fancy colors like periwinkle or something like that. I only know
Right.
periwinkle because of Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
That's it. And then there's like, okay, so there's, what is it? I was going to say charmeleon.
Wait, you've never heard of chartreuse?
Chartreuse? No. Is it a yellow or a green?
Like at all?
No. Have you heard of, Chase, have you heard of it?
Of chartreuse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a color.
Yeah. Let me.
Well, obviously it's a color.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you've never heard of like the actual color, which is amusing to me. So a lot of people think that it's pink, but it's or like a magenta color, but it's actually a shade of green.
Do you have? Can I look at it?
I do. What do those look like to you?
Which one is which one's chartreuse?
Well, one of them's more pink, one of them's more green.
Yeah, well, that one just looks straight up pink. That looks like grass green.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is chartreuse like two colors?
No, it's saying. Sorry, it's saying.
Which one
They're
is
saying
chartreuse?
that people think the pink one is chartreuse, but it's actually the green one.
Oh, but that's just people being dumb. I don't think that's too much of a Mandela effect.
Well, yeah.
I can tell the difference between green and pink.
But
Here's,
also, you didn't know that chartreuse existed until
here's
2 minutes ago.
chartreuse for
Ooh,
our-
wow! Oh my gosh.
Okay, that looks yellowish. from
There's
here for me.
some photos.
Oh.
For our audio listeners at home, Chase has pulled up the color. We love you to death.
There,
Love you to
is.
death. But
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I actually love chartreuse. I think it's a very
kinda
bold
nice.
color.
Yeah.
I love it.
how do people think that's pink? How do they mix that up? Even?
no,
it's so obvious.
so-
like it's you see it once, you're like, chartreuse is like greenish yellow.
They do. So that's the thing, right? Is like it's people who know that chartreuse is a color, right? But
So
they don't know what
not
color
the
it
majority.
is, and they think that it's like magenta. Like a lot of them think it's
okay.
like pink or magenta.
It sounds like one of those.
It's like if I was
Feels like
like
magenta.
right. It's like I was like maroon, you know, colors
like
that
the color
aren't
maroon.
colors. Yeah,
Maroon's a color. Obviously, it's a
I
color.
know, but it's not like red, blue.
Well, yeah,
green.
it's not like
Yeah.
the main ones.
It's-
the main ones. I just realized I was pretty far from the mic for a second.
That's okay.
I was just trying not to yell.
Let's see here. Let's
do-
do more. Let's do like a couple more.
Yeah.
I like these. These are cute. Okay. This
Uh-oh.
one's just sad.
What?
This has the number of U.S. states.
Do people think it's not 50?
Yes. And
Do they
you
think
know
it's
what?
48?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I
Oh,
went.
Don't.
Listen, no, I know that there's 50 now, but growing up, going through the Nevada education system, I did think that there were 52. And that's what the Mandela effect is that there are 51 or 52 states.
What would the other two be? Like the territories
Hawaii
we
and
own?
Alaska.
Tho-
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I'm definitely alone.
those
here.
are states. So what are the other
No, I
two
know.
that aren't states that you're counting as states?
But I remember them saying like, oh, you know, there's 50 states and there's Hawaii and Alaska. And it's like, well, what do you mean?
What are the 50 states?
I don't know. That's probably just a thing.
It makes sense if you thought like Cuba was a state. Because isn't that a territory owned by the US? Technically?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in school anymore.
Cool. What's that?
I don't know.
Do you know of any other crazy like Mandela effects you can think of?
I named the one I knew, or the two I knew in the example.
Yeah.
And that's one that like I think was just shortened,
Yeah.
because not even shortened, just like specified for sake of knowing.
Right.
You know, like, oh, Luke Skywalker, that's Star Wars. If I just
Wars.
If I just went, no, I'm your father, you would think I'm talking about like the Jerry Springer show. Is that the one where he's like? Is that the one where he's like, no, you are the father?
Oh,
no, that's not the Jerry Springer show.
That's like Are you talking about like a Dr. Phil situation?
No, it's not Dr. Phil.
Well, I know it's not Dr. Phil.
Mr. Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. I can't do a Dr. Phil. That's sad.
And don't disrespect the boy like that.
Hey,
but
I can do a really good Dr. Phil. Ready? Hey, yo, it's me. I'm Dr. Phil.
I help with psychologically damaged people.
Shout out to you, Dr. Phil.
If anyone like knows the show I'm talking about, please put it in the comments of the YouTube show.
Sound up. Wow.
Or maybe even in like there's comments on Spotify, aren't there?
There are.
I left a comment. I should know this. Yeah, you should. I'll be checking them.
Wow, you're really good at co-host, Fox.
I'm just good at shamelessly plugging things.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, yeah.
See, that's what I do all the time, and then Cynjyn.
But you shamelessly plug it in real life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
At work, you would do it.
Absolutely.
And I would do it for you.
Because why not?
Yeah.
It's
a really good idea.
Guerrilla marketing. We went to Six Flags, which was the last thing that had happened. Cynjyn and I posted on the Instagram that we were on vacation, which is why we were a little bit off schedule. And I was in line trying to airdrop people the link to the podcast. So if you're one of those people and you're watching, thanks.
Thanks. We are in a different state completely.
Yes.
But
that's okay.
Yeah.
We're a global podcast. We have listeners in the UK, and we do. Shout out to my sister. She lives in the UK.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's a cool statistic.
But,
even though
yeah,
you'd probably have to follow it up with, it's Cassidy.
I mean,
is it Cassidy?
No.
It's your other sister.
Yeah. Her name's Alex. Hi, Alex. What else was I gonna say? Oh, but we're gonna probably debrief the Six Flags trip when Cynjyn gets back, because she would kill me if I skipped over that when she was here.
I hate the wheel.
And you replaced the wheel already? Look
did.
at you. What went on the wheel?
I just put, is it a sport? This is where we're gonna talk about if something is a sport. Like golf or bowling, or what was the one Olympic sport, Chase?
Curling.
Yes, professional sweeping.
Which is like golf and bowling combined, but with ice.
And more dad
but with
bods.
ice.
Alrighty, my turn to spin.
Your turn to spin. I hold.
I'm just gonna rip it.
Hey yo. Woo.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That was a lot.
Watch it turn around.
That was a lot calmer than I thought.
Hey! Oh, I'm so sorry. I just screamed. I'm sorry.
Really excited.
I'm very excited
to talk about is it a sport?
I don't know. I like causing controversy like this. Just like harmless controversy is fun. I'm going to start it off.
Yeah.
With curling, because curling is an Olympic sport.
Absolutely.
That is not a sport.
Why?
What? I could do curling if I trained.
Okay.
I look like a noodle.
See, I think that this is the toxic trait that people have, is that they're just
especially
they see something, and we've talked about it on one of the episodes, but they see something and they're like, I could do that. Therefore, not a sport. It's like, girl, everyone can do sports.
Well, no. Yeah. I'm not saying it's not a sport because I can do it. I am physically capable of a lot of things.
Right.
I am great. But curling, like, I don't know. I feel like we gotta find what makes a sport. So football. The sport is that it is physically challenging. Soccer or football is physically challenging. You have to, like, you can't just be some woohoo who trained. Because if you train for it, you're gonna be physically, like, able to. Wrestling, both Greco-Roman and sports entertainment.
I suppose.
Those are sports. Well, I feel like sports entertainment is more on the side of theater than it is sports.
Yeah.
And I could say that because I did it. But
does that make theater a sport?
No.
Theater is physically demanding.
Theater is pretty physically demanding, but I'm not gonna full on tackle someone through theater without it being agreed upon. This is why I'm saying sports.
In sports.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, you sign up for it. You know what you're getting into.
Oh yeah, but like football, if I'm running somewhere, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you can tackle me.
Well, that's kind of the point, though.
Exactly. I feel like a sport's got to have some sort of competition as well.
There are theater
Okay.
But there is
There are.
there are?
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, theater might be a sport. I'm also going to take back what I said about curling because I just remembered it's in the Olympics, which is a
Yeah.
giant competition.
For sports.
Trampoline is in the Olympics.
But
Okay,
trampolines,
trampolining though, I honestly think that's definitely a sport.
that's
because
gymnastics
they
level
do-
like 50.
level 50. Because they do like combos and stuff, and you have to flip and turn and do all the
Their stuff
I'm
is
not
crazy.
about that.
I was a kid who was afraid to do a backflip on a trampoline, and like these people are doing like 5.
like 5.
And those trampolines hurt. There's Sky Zone or whatever
Uh-huh.
the trampoline park is. They
Right.
have like an Olympic style trampoline,
Oh yeah.
and that hurts. I jumped on it once, and like I jumped from a pretty high place because you're like in there you're supposed to, so you can bounce back up. Trampoline park.
Trampoline.
Oh wow! But I didn't really bounce. I like
You just landed.
yeah, I'm gonna do like a visual representation, but I'm also gonna describe it. So like if this right here, I'm putting my hand right above the mic.
Okay.
And then my fingers are in the little walking position.
Uh-huh.
If I were to do what I did, I would have jumped and just dunk. I didn't bounce.
Oh.
The legs hit my hand and it stopped. I already got a bad knee.
Yeah.
And like hitting that, they just like recoiled and I didn't go anywhere.
I saw a video that's kind of like what you're saying on TikTok, and it was a guy at a trampoline park, and the mats in front of him looked totally like a trampoline, and he runs and jumps, and his knees lock, and he just falls. Oh man. I hope that he's okay. And then he just sits there like on the floor for like a good minute, and everyone around him just like, oh man. I'm like, no one's gonna
No,
help him.
that's funny. Laugh at it. Laugh at it. Laugh at it. We're gonna laugh at it eventually. Why not laugh at it now?
You're not wrong. How about golf? Because this was originally what this topic was on the wheel last week, was or the week before that is golf a sport? And
I don't know. It's another one where I'm like, it has to be a certain amount of physically demanding, and there has to be competition. It has the competition,
it has competition.
but I went golfing when I was 10 and kept up with my dad.
Well, there you go.
My dad's 6'2". He's a big dude. I was like 5'3". I was like Cynjyn's height. So like golf is hard. It's hard, but I feel like it's in a category of its own almost.
We've got a golfer like in the studio right now.
Do you actually?
Yeah. We could let him defend it.
Could we actually?
I don't know a lot about golf, so
we
if
could actually.
he wants it, yeah. If he would like to,
If he wants to come on the pod.
if he wants to stop the slander.
I'm gonna leave you guys on the wide for a second. Let me
Okay.
go be a producer.
No problem.
Oh boy.
All right. So
Audio listeners at home, Chase. Well, actually, also like video watchers.
yeah,
Chase
you
is
can see it.
leaving the studio to go
Yeah,
find this
apparently
man
we have a golfer in the studio today who's gonna
who's gonna come
who's gonna
defend
tear
golf.
us apart.
Yeah, because he knows golf and we don't. It's not one that's like not a sport.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, hi.
Hello.
How are you? Would you like to be anonymous golf pro?
Anonymous Golf Pro #1.
Oh wow.
Whoa, he's got a podcast ready voice.
Yeah, no, golf is definitely a sport, guys. Like it, and not only is it a sport, it's such a difficult sport that I would say it's almost the most difficult sport to be successful at in the world.
Ooh, I feel like the competition for golf is going down.
I mean, okay, like I want you to take just any 1,000 people, hand them a golf club, and
That's a
see
fair
how
point.
many people can hit that thing.
You know, you're not wrong.
I feel like
'cause-
Top Golf is a great way to see like how good just someone who doesn't have training is at golf, and it's usually like bad.
I'm
I don't
a
think I could swing a
terrible
golf
shot
because
in
I
golf.
Yeah,
you can't turn a baseball swing into a golf swing. There is a certain technique, right?
right. And I think it's just so much more mental. It's like, it's like a game of chess out there. You got to be like mentally balanced as well as being athletic. It's crazy. So my question to you guys is like, so what's your argument as to not being a sport?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
I don't
didn't think
think
it was
I
that-
argued that it's not a sport necessarily.
I was
Okay.
the only one that brought up like a point, and it was just if it was super physically demanding. But then if like something like curling is considered a sport, I feel like golf is more physically demanding than curling.
What do you think about curling?
Yeah.
Curling?
Yeah.
Curling's tough, dude. I just watch these like Swedish chicks like do this curling over the weekend. It's there's a list of sports.
He's got all the sports.
Curling is, I mean, I can't imagine like having like they had to do like a side shuffle on ice.
Yeah, I can't stand on ice.
That's fair. Do they have skate? They don't
They're
have
like
skates on,
side
right?
shuffling. I think they're like little cleats, but like who even cares? They're like side shuffling right in front of this thing while sweeping. If I can sweep as fast as them, I'd clean my house a lot faster.
Exactly. I haven't watched a clip of it in a while, so I don't know how fast. My last like curling experience is in Sonic and Mario, the Olympic Games. That game probably does not show curling as good as it is. I'm actually not sure if there was even curling in it, but I know there's a clip of Sonic and Mario curling something.
Last thing before you take off, George.
Yes.
Are there any sports that you think should not be considered sports?
Sports that should not be considered sports. I mean, it's kind of like fucked up to make me answer this question. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
You're
guys-
fine.
Oh no.
I mean, let's see here. Chase has got a whole list of sports up here. Let me just give you one that I feel like might not be a sport.
I mentioned trampoline.
I'm bad on trampolines. Oh, handball. Okay, let me go into
Handball?
handball a little
Handball?
bit. Handball
is
is
handball?
it's doing nothing more than just passing a ball around and getting it through like a net. But they're like standing up.
So basketball.
But like with like soccer nets or like
So,
lacrosse
Easier basketball.
nets. Way easier basketball. There's no way the
So-
United States of America shouldn't have just won gold in this. Literally since it's been invented, like just put any of our 5 best athletes out there and they would kill.
Any sport.
How big is the ball? Are we talking like water polo, but not water? But
It's-
not polo.
No, it's like a grabbable ball, like you can one hand catch it and stuff. So it's not like too big, but the fact that the United States of America did we win gold this year? Although we should.
It's
win
an
gold.
Olympic sport.
We should win. Yeah, I know, right? Give me a break.
I feel like that's a PE game.
Yeah.
Oh, I love me a PE game.
Okay, I got to get back to work. Thank you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
That's George Carmona from Sticky Paw Studios.
What a moment that was.
Oh, he's Coach Carmona.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
He's our sports correspondent here.
That's cool.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of handball, sounds like my Saturday night. Should we move on?
I feel like I'd crush at handball.
Also, speaking of handball, the next topic, men.
We didn't spin.
No, I know, but I had to replace it.
Oh. It's also the final. This is the final topic.
This
of the
final
podcast.
spin.
This podcast that we've gone on multiple sidetracks.
Yeah, this is gonna be such a dude's podcast.
It feels very bro down.
Very
Yeah.
I hope that we land on something not dudeish, even though most of these are very dudeish, but that's okay.
It's almost like 2 dudes came up with them.
What?
Whoa.
I will say though, percentage of masculinity in the studio is probably at like a all-time low, especially with Cynjyn gone.
Well, I feel like George coming in, that helped it. The man
True,
a
true,
man
true.
of mans.
A
didn't
man
know
of
about
man,
sports.
a sportsman.
We'll just describe him real fast. He's like this kind of like burly, like
He's built.
like
He's
a
built.
Mexican man with a beautiful beard that's like well groomed.
Very well groomed.
Yeah, and like big, like clear aviator, like prescription aviators.
Yes.
Yeah, a unit.
So, just like me.
Not like me. I'm babyface right now. I shaved today.
Good for you.
I
I did
know.
it and I want to die.
You got the nice
Anyways.
5 o'clock, the nice 8 o'clock shadow.
No, it's disgusting and I hate it. All right, here we go. Should we do it together?
We shall.
Or-
Which
are we
way?
going-
We're going this way?
Let's go your
This
way.
way?
Just for
Oh,
you.
how I'm honored.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's the final spin. Boo-ba-doo-doo. Doo-boo-doo-boo-boo. Dream
Dream
guest.
I feel like this is a better one to have like Cynjyn on though. Like the actual two hosts
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
like
their
the
dream
actual
guests.
two hosts of the podcast.
Because I'm going to be speaking in a lot of hypotheticals.
Just call her right now.
Oh, I don't think I can.
I can.
Otherwise, I would. I think that she's at school.
You think she's
Oh.
at school?
I think so.
I think she's at work.
or she's at work.
I can text her and see. She'll answer me.
I'm not
I
sure.
will.
Let's spin a backup, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is, I think, the first time we've ever really done that.
This is the first time
Yeah.
since I've been here, at least.
It's going to be one of many. Now that Cynjyn knows that there's a re-roll mechanic, she's going to be like, I don't have
Well, if
anything to
it
talk about
requires a guest caller, I feel like
Yeah.
we will.
this." We'll eventually get guest callers.
Ready? Do you want to spin it again?
Okay.
All right.
3,
3, 2, 1. Spinning sound.
We're going to get it again.
No,
This
we
is going to be
probably will.
fate going. You are talking about this.
Oh,
Willie
There it
Smith.
is.
There
Oh,
it is.
boy.
You know, some things are just meant to happen. And
Very topical.
I don't know if this was meant to happen, but we're going to talk about it.
Alrighty. For those who have not kept up, it was the Oscars, right?
It was the Oscars.
The Oscars. Mr. Chris Rock was
Rock.
talking on stage. You know, he's a stand-up comedian, so
As
he's
he
trying to be
does.
funny.
The man.
And he makes a comment
He does.
about old Willie Smith's wife
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that she is losing hair.
Jada Smith.
Jada Smith does have an autoimmune disease that
Mm-hmm.
makes it to where she loses her hair. I don't know what it's called. If I knew what it was called, I would definitely butcher the name of it. But
She's a beautiful woman.
as he says this, you know, the crowd kind of does their awkward laugh because, you know, it's
Because
it's making fun of someone else. So it's like, should I really be laughing at this? Like, oh. And then Will Smith, like a WWE superstar, because this is a long walk. The Oscar stage is huge. So like
That's a good point.
The metaphorical music hits and he marches his way up to the stage. And it is like doesn't seem provoked. He literally just swings a slap. And this slap would measure up to like UFC hits. Chris Rock ate this hit. And like props to him. He's a beast for staying standing. And like he was like I would be concussed after this hit. It was loud. He has a red mark on his face from where his fingers met.
Yeah.
And then he's just got to keep going. And
That
then
was-
20 minutes later, Will Smith wins the Best Actor award.
I must say that was my favorite part about it was that it happens and you just see the life like leave Chris Rock. But he has to keep talking. So he just like looks at the camera and he's like, well, that happened. And I'm
I
like,
got the
it
shit
did. So there are people that think that this was staged, obviously, because, you know, we're dealing with Hollywood, we're dealing with the Oscars, we're dealing with big stars, we're dealing with my hair, which is a mess.
We're dealing with
But-
the man who won the Best Actor award
That's the
on
one.
this show. But do you think it was staged?
Not at all.
Chase, do you think it was staged?
No chance.
No.
Yeah, I also don't think it was staged. You can't stage, because you also can't stage the emotion. Will Smith is a great actor. But I
He is.
don't think he's as good of an actor as, like, the words sounded. That man sounded like he was so, like, that was anger.
He said, "You get my wife's name out of your mouth." And I said, and then he said it twice. He said it two times.
And the second one was loud. Like,
Yeah.
that one was clear through the mic. And that man was off stage.
And thanks to Australia TV, because like literally, so it they cut out the mics on like actual like English television, but then obviously, you know, videos were going worldwide of things that were uncensored and
Live event, like it being a live television thing. Someone's gonna have it.
I mean,
Someone's gonna record. I'd start recording if I saw Will Smith just ran like he was unannounced.
Yeah, just
walked up
stood
to
up.
Chris Rock. Like something's gonna happen. I thought Will Smith was just gonna throw hands when I first saw the clip.
yeah.
Like I thought there was more than one slap, but no, he just laid one out. And then in his speech, he apologizes
Oh, he did.
to his like the people up for the same reward, not to Chris Rock.
Oh, well.
He got like that is I would like to apologize
Yeah.
to everyone I beat, not Chris Rock. You know what you did.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I just
Yeah.
obviously. So the one way to look at this situation is Chris Rock is trying to make a joke. As distasteful as that joke is, the question is, was Will Smith in the wrong? I was watching a video
That is
before
the
I came
question,
here,
yes.
and it was Moist Critical talking about it. Good old Charlie. I don't think Will Smith was in the wrong. Even though with everything that happened between him and August, as much as I don't really like August Fort,
Yeah.
that man is just defending his wife.
This
And-
is true.
It being on live television, the Oscars ratings were going down.
I mean, yeah.
This got so many clicks. Like,
I
the
will,
Oscars should be thankful.
yeah.
Lower that fine. He
I
just got you attention.
I was listening to a British radio show this morning because I was working in the kitchen at our coffee shop, and one of our lead bakers is British, and so she listens to British radio. I can't say British one more time. She listens to British radio, and they were talking about this entire thing. And, you know, British people, I guess, are, you know, super like posh, and they were like, yeah, I mean, violence is never the answer, and blah. And
Violence
I mean,
is
that
the answer sometimes.
yeah, and that's what they were talking about. You know, they were just like, you know, like they were talking about the joke to begin with, and they were like, it wasn't even a funny joke, and so to begin with, it just shouldn't even.
I don't
have
even
been
know the
said.
joke. I know what the joke was about, but I don't know how he worded it.
He said like, I can't wait to see you in like G.I. Jane 2, is what he had said, because like she like was like bald. You know what I'm saying? That was the joke.
Was it like a G.I. Joe joke?
It was just
This
a
man
poor
is a
joke.
stand-up comedian, and he can't even make the joke he was slapped for funny.
But however, and this is something else that I found really interesting, was they were saying that somebody else wrote the joke. So if somebody else wrote the joke and he was reading it, how does that change the story? Because obviously, like, you got to say what's on that teleprompter.
Yeah,
But like,
But
would you? I wouldn't.
I don't know. At some point, if it's on the teleprompter, if I'm like in the swing of things, I'm probably just
You're
gonna
just
say
gonna
it.
say it
And
because
the
you don't
thing
know
is,
what else to do.
the thing is, then it's not Chris Rock's fault if it is on the prompter. But at the
Right.
same time, he could have not said it.
He
So
could
it
have
is-
not said it, and then also afterwards he was like, "Oh, that was a nice one. Come on," and I was like, "No,
it wasn't. Like
I was
maybe
like, that's just bad.
maybe make a joke about how even you didn't get the joke.
True.
Because you saying, like, if that was actually what the joke was, that makes no sense. Whoever wrote that should just be fired.
Exactly.
That was not funny.
not funny.
And that's from a real funny guy judging it. But,
Nah.
hey,
Oh man, Will Smith.
it was just so dramatic, though.
It was a very dramatic moment, and also, I'm part of this, you know, Gen Z humor that loves memes, and so I was looking at all the memes, and literally, like, there was one that was like, "Oh, well, I guess Will Smith's gonna go back, you know, living with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air." you
Yeah,
know?
he got one.
I was like, "Oh man,
one fight."
Did you see any of those?
I saw a tweet,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
and it was tweeted by a comedian. He said, "No one pointed out that Will Smith is so out of his mind that he thought Jada was inside of Chris Rock's mouth." Tough crowd.
Audio listeners,
it took me
Gus
a
and I just
second.
went
It took me a
straight,
second.
like, O-faced.
Say it again.
Crazy.
No one pointed out that Will Smith is so out of his mind that he thought Jada was inside of Chris Rock's mouth. Like literally, like inside of Chris Rock's mouth.
Oh.
Get your wife out of my...
Yeah. I'm with it.
I just saw pictures comparing it to like the Batman and Robin slap
Oh
from
yeah.
like the real old comments.
yeah.
It's just like the but you see the technique, like if you look at a picture of Will Smith after like right after the slap just made connection, he's in perfect technique.
Guys,
that
Fox-
slap would knock somebody out, and
Fox is a
Chris Rock
wrestler.
is standing.
Here's the thumbnail for this.
Oh, there it is.
Exactly. Bro, he's got his hand up to do another one.
I thought his son was the one in Karate Kid.
Yeah. Well,
It was him. He said, "I'm a." Good. Yeah. Good for him. Good for you, Will Smith. If you ever want to come on the podcast, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Quiz walk.
quiz walk.
God, it's like Cynjyn's here today.
We'll have we'll have a podcast with you two across the table from each other, and I'll be standing in the middle.
Whoa. I would know what it's like to get slapped by Will Smith.
I don't. That looked like it hurt. I'm gonna be
Yeah, but
honest.
I mean,
That
you
slap would
can-
have sent me on the floor. And I got a high pain tolerance. That would just gone. I would have hit the floor so dramatically too. That's the only thing.
That would have
Chris
been
Rock just eating
amazing.
it made it a little less dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Someone
You weren't expecting it.
before the pasta cast. I can't
The pasta
speak
cast.
today, dude.
That's
A pasta
my
cast would be
podcast.
great. I love pasta. The last opinion that they had on that radio show was, would it have made a bigger statement if Will Smith had just gotten up and left?
I think it would have made the same statement of him and Jada. But at the same time, if Will Smith left, he wouldn't be there to get his award.
Okay, but
That would have been the statement.
morals. What do you want?
I think the slap said all of his morals right there. That man
you're not wrong.
already was sent to go live with Aunt Annie in Bel Air. Now he's going to Hollywood and he's getting sent back.
Yeah.
Dude, they're too old for this. They can't do it with Willie Smith now.
How old is Will Smith?
I think he's like 50 something.
I feel like he turned 40 and just never went above it.
He's looked the same since. I feel like
And Chris Rock. Honestly,
Well,
they
yeah,
both
they
have looked the
both
same
look
age
the
for a
same.
long time.
like the same age. But after Will Smith did YouTube Rewind and that absolute
Not the
shitstorm,
rewind.
his life has been turning upside down.
He rewound Chris Rock, that's for sure.
Oh,
And
that's hot.
and that's the podcast.
That's everything, everyone.
Thank you, Fox. You have made a wonderful co-host. Let's give it up for Fox. Woo! I'm sure he'll be back eventually.
I probably, if Cynjyn needs another replacement,
This is true.
I think I called dibs. I'm saying it on air. I called dibs.
It'll happen, I'm sure. Because we're super organized.
Obviously.
Thanks for watching. Woo! Wheel sound, wheel sound, wheel sound, wheel sound. The end.